Hello to my acquaintances in the YouTube community. I have had a great Father's Day so far, and just a lot of time this morning with my kids. Sent the son off to camp. Just a lot of time for reflection, and I'm kind of caught up in the YouTube thing right now, so I thought about it quite a bit, and I wanted to whatever, just share some thoughts, give some compliments and thanks to some people that I have been interacting with, and kind of tell you what I feel like I've gained from interacting in the community. I kind of just let myself in, even though in a way I'm a fish out of water. I'm not an atheist, and yet I'm in a community that's predominantly atheist. And I think it's been good for me, because I know, especially now, I know now with some clarity how you can develop a prejudice, a whole set of beliefs that you just automatically apply to a group of people. And it happens, in particular when all we hang around with are, like-minded individuals. And this time I do mean who share, your beliefs and think like you do and live like you do, and kind of, and look at different groups the way you do. And I wanted to try. I've tried on in chat rooms for years, and evolution debate rooms and things like that, to get to know someone who is an atheist and yet is able to interact with someone who's a believer. And I don't just mean interact, I mean, I don't know, really compare ideas, challenge each other's thinking on different things, you know what I mean? And the hardest thing I think probably is to get an atheist and a theist in the same room and not talk about atheism and theism. I love that I've met some people and we talk about other things, and it's helped me. Now I have to say, there's still a great number of people who live up to my preconceived notions, but there are a select few that do not, and that helps. I can tell you that my kids now will not share all of the prejudices that I had before coming into the community. You know what I mean? I'm some of the edges are rubbed off of me, and it hasn't always been easy now, because I've been quiet in many cases, and I have I've watched videos that make fun of something, a real mockery of something that's, important to me, that I believe. And man, those have been some interesting experiences. Judalicious, if you're out there, man, you had one about Jesus delivering pizza, I think it was. Really, I stuck to it, you know what I mean? And I experienced quite a range of emotions and of feelings watching it. And I'm glad I stuck it out, because it went from ouch to objection and those kind of things to a real almost a regret, to an appreciation. All right, that's where they're coming from, and frankly, it's Saturday Night Live. I could see the humor in it, and it was good for me. And you've had at least 2 videos like that, Jude, that they weren't immediately appealing to me, but I appreciate you, and I appreciate your videos. Azranok, what would Jesus dance to? Oh shoot, that was good for me, really good for me. I tell you, Az, there's something that I really don't understand about your appeal to me. I remember the first time you complimented a video that I had made. I could not believe how much that meant to me. It just felt really good. I mean, so good that I was like, wow, what's up here? Why do you care that much about this guy's belief? But I perceive you as one of those people that I wanted to believe was out there, that would not agree with me in some of the most important, foundational beliefs of my worldview, and yet could challenge my thinking, respect me in doing so, be respectful in your presentations, to be able, like I said, to be able to discuss in depth, just to really dig into something that had nothing to do with atheism or theism. I appreciate that about you. And you show yourself thoughtful, like I've been trying to challenge people doing that. You know what you believe, and you got there through an interesting path, and yet somehow you don't feel the need. I know you shared that it would be great, right? I think it would be great if you or I could. What would feel better than to convince somebody that I respected and enjoyed and whatnot to come on over and share a belief that I had or whatever. That would be great, but it's just, that's not the need. It's not a need. It's just neat the way that you're able to accept people and share the same methodology of analysis. I've just today put up a video that quotes your comments about delusion. Who's in the who's in the real delusion and who's got it figured out, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's just a couple of people. Scouty, that the whole thing on text and context, her idea of the thought experiment, that kind of thing. Just thanks, guys, for helping me see the variety of people that hold an atheistic viewpoint and belief. I know that bothers some atheists for being called belief, but it's been good for me. It's been good for me. It helps me not to overgeneralize. It helps me not to. It certainly helps me to resist my own prejudices, and I think that's a good thing. So, everybody, I hope you're having a great weekend. I sure am, and I just, like I said, I waxed a little philosophical, a little sentimental this morning, and I wanted to share it. Hasta la vista.